What's up, everybody? Unsportsmanlike Conduct, we're back. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We hope you ate a lot of food, watched a lot of football, and had a lot of fun, because we sure did. Well, I did.
Not me.
No, Bree, come on.
Not me. Yeah, it's just another week, you know.
It's just another week. Well, it could be worse, you know. You could have no wins. You could have a football. You could have a football team that is just they are bad, but the worst at everything. And you're not, because that's the Panthers. Because that is the Panthers.
Man, talk about down bad. Like I do find a little bit of solace in knowing that, like, I'm not a fan of the absolute worst team in the league, even though it's close. It's very close. But like back-to-back coach firings, like, I don't know. And then everything the owner has said ever, like, since Frank Reich got fired.
Keep his mouth shut at this point.
Not good.
No.
If I was Bryce Young, I would be like, dude, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing?
Saying all those things that he has said does absolutely nothing in the positive. That's all negative. Everything you said is bad. Nothing you said is redeemable for your team. Gonna turn the season around. Your players are probably like, what the hell is wrong with you? If you don't respect anybody there, why should we respect you? That's probably where they're at right now.
It's not funny, but like, it's kind of funny too, how when they put together this coaching staff in the spring, I was like, okay, I like what Carolina's doing. I think this has potential. I didn't think that they were going to be obviously Super Bowl contenders or anything like that, but in the not so great NFC South, I thought they could maybe make some noise.
Oh, they're making noise.
Not the way I thought.
They're making noise.
Not the way I thought. So we're just adding that to the list of horribly aged takes from me from the spring, because this football season has just decided to punch me in the face left and right when it comes to that. Unbelievable. But like, what do they do now? What do you do now?
They better hope to God they win this weekend. That's a big ask, because that was a big ask any week leading up to it. But Bryce Young, I feel really bad for him. He's had a terrible season. Doesn't seem like it's going to get much better. He already is going to be under his second coach, which is insane for a rookie quarterback. And then you have the owner saying he wants a coach that is going to be at his funeral. Well, maybe try for wins first. Let's try the win column before that.
I don't understand when it comes to like owners of these teams. I know, like, when you've got all that money, like, you don't think of any consequences coming from like the things you say. Like, hello, case in point, crazy man in Indianapolis.
Well, he's had to deal with both of those. So,
and now you're sitting here after you just fired a coach 11 games into 12 games into his tenure with the team. Like, you're not even giving him a season. And then saying, okay, like, we tried, it didn't work out. 12 games was enough.
My question is he still getting paid from the Colts, and is he still going to be getting paid from – he's still getting paid from the Panthers?
Yes.
Sounds like a great job to me.
I mean, yeah, you coach 12 games, lose your job. Yeah, that sucks. You're still getting $30 million, though. Like,
Yep, this comment is it. Prejudiced against billionaires. That one sent me over the edge.
Unbelievable. I just can't. I can't.
I don't even want to go into that, because the Twitter rant that Jim Irsay went on last week was something else. And that was even a new level for him.
I have so many thoughts on that man, but I think we would need to dedicate a show.
Like a solid half hour. Yeah.
We don't have the time for that today. He's just, man. Anyway, Carolina Panthers. And then, okay, last thing on this. For the owner to come out and say that, like, yeah, we're behind Bryce Young. Bryce Young's our guy. You also said that you were supposed to trade for the number 2 pick because you thought Houston was going to take Bryce Young and you wanted CJ Stroud.
So why didn't you do it?
Which is it? Because based on that alone, if I'm Bryce Young, I'm saying, okay, screw that. You don't have my back. You don't support me. You clearly didn't want me. It was a fluke, which I I don't understand how that happens. If you wanted a pick, you go and get the pick with as much capital as they had. Like, what? The whole thing's just a mess. And I feel bad. I feel bad for him.
I do too. I don't think he's had a great season by any means, but I don't know if anyone can in that situation that he's in, clearly, because that's a disaster.
It's not great. What else? What else do we got?
Ohio State. Ohio State lost to Michigan for the third year in a row. Oof, that's bad. Now, a rivalry is back, I guess, if you want to call it that. Maybe it's growing the game of college football. But Ohio State, not a good look.
I'm more interested in like the whole Ryan Day aspect because
I have a lot of thoughts on that.
What's going to happen? You've got all of these wins, but you know when it comes to these two teams, especially, like the end all be all is a national championship and beating the crap out of the other. If you're a Michigan coach, that's what your objective is. Try to win a natty, beat Ohio State.
Ryan Day hasn't won anything. I do not care about the 50-some games that he's won. You lose 3 in a row to Michigan. You go out there. Did you see any of the videos before the game? Actually, did you see those?
No.
They did not stand a chance. I need to find them and send them to you. He was like in a circle, like jumping around, trying to dance. And it was one of the... No. They were not locked in. He's never locked in. And I know a lot of people say this, born on third base, and he's still stuck there. He's never made it home. I don't care about the wins. I'm not even an Ohio State fan.
No.
But I just have to hear it and see it all the time. And he was gifted. He was gifted with the team of Ohio State where all these players want to go to. You have all these players at your disposal. You can do all these things. You have the best wide receiver that we've seen in a very long time.
Yep. And what?
You can't beat Michigan. You can't make it to the Big Ten championship. You choke in the national. Well, you didn't make it to the national championship. You choked against Georgia. You don't go for it on 4th and 1. You weren't playing to win. You were scared. You got to go. Get rid of the beard dye. Bring in Vrabel.
Yes.
That's all I got to say.
Yes.
Bring him in.
The beard dye. Him and that freaking beard. It's shoe polish. It looks like shoe polish. Like, you got to let it go. If you're going gray, man, like,
people like the gray.
Let it go. Salt and pepper. Like, yeah, come on. Like, we can work with that. Where you lose me is when it's so very obviously dyed and you're just clinging to whatever you have left. Like, come on, dude.
And maybe just try to beat Michigan too, because now you look embarrassing after
on the Michigan aspect,
cheating scandal.
The Michigan side of it too. Like, my God, the whole like us versus everybody, Michigan versus everybody. Shut up.
Both teams are very annoying.
First of all, this whole thing was done to yourself. Whether I know it wasn't the players, but like organizationally, like the goings on was known. Maybe not from the head honcho, but like people around knew. So did that to yourself. Nobody feels any sort of sympathy, whatever. Like,
yeah, I think Ryan Day has to go. I can't get over the topic.
Mike Vrabel, though, that would be interesting because I don't think he's going to last much longer in Tennessee.
No, I don't think it's an enjoyable experience there. Sorry, guys. I have literally something in my contacts, so I feel like I'm crying on screen. Anyways, Ohio State, Michigan. Maybe they'll figure it out next year. Probably not.
Probably not.
It feels like it's over.
We'll talk a little bit more about this because we have a guest coming on today who's much more well versed in college football than we are, so we'll get his opinions on this as well. But moving on, Gabb, what do we have next?
Draymond Green. Let's go NBA. We'll do a little NBA. We'll go Lakers, Draymond Green. I don't know which one you want to go first. Both.
We'll do Lakers. Bad. Lakers first.
Lakers are coming off their worst loss in franchise history, where a 38-year-old LeBron James is the best player on the team by far. He is leading a team of G League men to compete sometimes. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
first of all, for it to be the worst loss in franchise history is crazy.
Was there no defense being played? Sure doesn't seem like it. I didn't even watch the game. Wonder how many points Joel Embiid had. 4th worst loss. Sorry, it wasn't the worst loss.
So
doesn't really matter.
4th worst in a franchise, like in that historic of a franchise. You're talking like 1950s ball where like it bad, not great.
Also, why are they gonna do that to LeBron? Why are you embarrassing the only redeeming quality about your team?
I don't feel bad for him though.
I don't feel bad for him, but I'm just saying the rest of them are embarrassing.
Yeah, but I don't feel bad for him to where, like when you told me this morning, I was like literally cracking up because it's just so for him to say like, oh, I don't know what the rest of the team is going to do to fix this, but like, it's not me. Like, dude, shut up. I know like the GOAT, whatever, not mine, but
he was the leading scorer of the game with 18 points. Where the hell has Anthony Davis been? What does he do? What does he provide at this point?
I just like the whole Austin Reeves thing. Like, I thought he was supposed to be like the unsung hero of the team last year, and it was going to carry over into this year, and like we'll get starting minutes. And okay, Lakers, what's going on? Because like I don't like LeBron. I can appreciate him, but I don't like him. But when you have an almost 40-year-old night in and night out carrying your basketball team, one of the most historic franchises in the entire NBA, like that's embarrassing. If I was Miss Jeannie Buss, I would be like, no, something's got to change because this is awful.
Embiid had a triple-double. I mean, yeah, it's just not.
Hell yeah.
It's not good. It's just not good for the Lakers, but whatever. That's fine. It doesn't matter because they're going to move on in the in-season tournament. They're leading their group.
All about that 500K.
Yeah, leaving with something.
And then Draymond. This, like, I just can't with him.
Draymond Green doesn't regret putting Rudy Gobert in a headlock.
Cool.
Maybe you should.
You definitely should. You crazy person. What the heck? How do you I almost respect him for like completely doubling down.
Because he doesn't care and he's going to be honest with what he says. He's not going to lie to us. He's going to tell us exactly how he feels and exactly what happened. He said, I don't like Rudy Gobert. Fight happened. This is my perfect moment to go at him. At least he didn't punch him.
Choke him. I would have almost preferred him just
I don't
like
want to watch that.
Give him a nice little right hook or something. Like the choking thing, that's a little extreme. But it's just I just can't get over him. Just him as a person. And then his coach has all of these things to say, especially in the finals against the Celtics, about how Marcus Smart is such a dirty player. He dives for loose balls trying to take guys' knees out. Like, you're going to call that dirty, but your guys out here physically assaulting people left and right, putting dudes in chokeholds, punching teammates in the face.
This is just another day for Draymond. He does not care. He will go out there. He will do whatever he wants to do. And he doesn't even really get in trouble. 5 games, like, oh, cool. See you guys later. Be back soon.
Like, nice little mini vacation. What the hell? But, I mean, I just don't.
See, that's the thing that I won't understand. I'll just leave it at this. I won't say more. But I will say Draymond Green getting suspended 5 games for that, but other people don't get suspended for things or get in trouble for things. I don't really know. Don't really know about that one.
Yeah, it's a little interesting. We got a half a season for Ja, which, like, yeah, I understand that. But, like, 5 games for Draymond. How many times have we seen him kick dudes in the nuts? How many times have we seen him just be completely extra and, like, these flagrant fouls are past the point of even being flagrant where they're just flat out, like, causing major bodily harm.
And I respect Jared Allen for doing what he did. Did you see that? Did you see him kick him?
What did he do? Did he kick him back?
Yeah, kicked him real good. And Draymond posted on his story I don't know what he said. He said something about watch out next time, whatever. And then he got kicked to the next game, ejected.
See ya.
So.
Like this comment is perfect too. Stepping on Domantas Sabonis last year, like
on his head.
There's no stopping this man. Cracked his rib or whatever he did. There's no stopping this man. You think 5-game suspension is going to teach him a lesson? Please.
No, he doesn't care. He does not care.
Whatever. It's going to get to a point where like it's taken way too far and somebody seriously gets hurt. And then we're going to sit here and say, oh, well, all the signs were there. Maybe we should have done something the last 5 times there was an incident. Whatever.
Yeah. This one, who's the biggest bozo? Dillon Brooks or Draymond? I would go with Dillon Brooks only because Draymond stands on what he says.
See, and I mean, they're both absolute lunatics, but Dillon Brooks, I think, is a bit like, I think he knows he's not as good as he like talks. So that's just his game.
He feeds the little attention and his little ego, and then he'll score like 5 points.
But Draymond
is
multi-champion. He actually thinks that like the stuff that he does isn't an issue. It's the league's out to get him. The league doesn't respect me. They think I'm the bad guy, whatever.
Well,
you're on like one of the most historic teams in recent memory. One of the most dominant teams in recent memory. Like, that's bozo behavior to me. You have everything, and you're going to act like this.
Hey, one more thing about the Warriors. Is Clay going to go to the bench?
Splash Brothers, what's is the downfall here?
Well, I mean, the downfall would we even consider it a downfall? They've already freaking did enough to everybody. God, that was some of the worst times of my life. But I mean, I don't know. Clay kind of sucks right now.
Yeah, I actually have caught a couple games because they're always the late games on like national TV and stuff. So 7:00 for me here when they're on, and I've watched a few, and it's just like I know Steph has like been out for a bit, and normally when Steph is out for a bit, like Clay picks up the slack. No. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe they're just
I don't know. He's done enough.
I don't know.
He's done enough in the league. He can do whatever he wants now, I guess.
His knees are cooked, this person says. I get that. Feel that. Do we have anything else before we move on to week 12?
No, but man, did we watch some football games?
Oh, we do actually. Well, this will lead into our football conversation. Tom Brady the other day was on Stephen A. Smith's show and basically called out the league as a whole for what we've all seen with our own eyes for the last 12 weeks. Just really not good football.
Very uninspiring, I would say.
Yeah. He called it, I think the word he used was mediocre.
I agree.
And
a great way to describe it.
It's completely correct. But then he went on to explain his reasoning and saying that, that the players maybe aren't developed the same. It's not, the same type of excellence as when I played. And a lot of talking heads have said, oh, well, like he's only been out of the league for 2 years. So who's he talking about? He's talking about Peyton Manning. He's talking about Drew Brees. He's talking about Ben Roethlisberger, people like that. He's talking about that era.
We had historic quarterbacks play consistently for many, many, many years.
Right. So Alex Smith, let's not get it twisted. He's not talking about Patrick Mahomes from 2 years ago. He's talking about the guys that played from the early 2000s to like 2012, 2013 time. Like he's talking about those guys.
He respects a lot of people in the league right now too.
I don't think it's not disrespectful to anybody to sit and say the product of the league that is worth billions and billions and billions of dollars, NFL is king, all of that. It's not good. Monday Night Football last night.
We will.
Did you watch Monday Night Football last night?
I was at a dinner.
Okay.
But it was on in the back. I could see it, but I wasn't watching.
But you weren't sitting there and saying, "Oh, like let me check on the game.
This is such a
Let me
great
check."
game. I need to see what's
No.
going on. All the games, I will say, we've had a lot of competitive games this season, but they have been awful teams competing. Like, they're not fun to watch. The teams are so bad competing against one another. That's why it is competitive.
And injuries, this is one of the worst years injury-wise that I can personally remember as a football fan, but like I don't think we can use that excuse, because you still have the Josh Allens of the world, the Patrick Mahomeses of the world, who are supposed to be in that top tier. And I'm not saying they've been bad, but it's not as good as we've seen them play.
And those are like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Lamar, Tua, Trevor. That's like CJ Stroud. That's what we're getting. Those are the only ones that look good. Everyone else is Jack.
It's not even like an every week thing. It's like every other game, one of those guys has a stinker.
Yeah.
I don't know. Worst year for football, ? Not in Philly. We can still talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, please. You lost to the New York Jets.
Hey, you'll have that, though. You'll have that. Each team will have that once a year. It's better to lose to the Jets and get it over with than to be undefeated and have to keep trying to go.
I love the Eagles. I do. I'm like a closet Eagles fan just because I've got, Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown on my fantasy team, and they're leading me to an undefeated season and whatever, and it's great. Mm-hmm. But, like, come on. They've had their moments where they have not played very well either. So it's
like this. Josh Allen is near the top in every stat. He is. He's had a fine year, but like he still does things that are bad.
He's also at the very top of turnovers. So that's cool.
But
like,
he's exciting to watch, but at the same time, the rest is just really, really bad. So that makes it look even more significant. But I mean, not discrediting his body of work, but
it's also like, it's not, you're allowed to say like good players don't play well all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's
like that the Eagles Bills game. Did you watch the Eagles and Bills game?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome. That was one of the best games of the year so far. See, that's what I think with the Bills. Like, they are competitive enough to be in those games, but they just can't win them. It's like Dak in the playoffs. It's like, I feel like it's the same thing. They find just one way to just not do it. They'll compete. They just won't win.
This one's funny.
Eagles will win, though.
As a Chargers fan, I badly wish we had the Eagles problem of we're not playing well, but we're 10-1.
Oh, my God.
I'm so excited for the Chargers-Patriots game this weekend, and let me tell you why. I win either way. And I mean that by, if the Patriots lose, hell yeah, I win, because that's going to help their draft placement. They're in the top 3 right now. Maybe we get something going our way, and then they're in the top 2. On the other hand, if the Patriots, for whatever reason, figure it out and win this football game coming up, and the Chargers lose to the lowly, very not good New England Patriots, that's just one more reason for Brandon Staley's ass to get kicked out of that head coach position. So I win either way. Either the draft pick is in a better spot, Staley's gone. I can't lose. I can't. There's nothing that will happen in this game that will make me angry.
The Chargers win.
Oh, they should. They absolutely should.
The Chargers should win. Who's going to be the quarterback for the Patriots?
Who the hell knows? Me. It's going to be me.
I mean, you might as well. You could do the same thing as Mac Jones.
I might be able to actually complete a pass. Who knows?
But the Eagles, though, I like what they're doing. Yeah, I feel bad for Jalen Hurts, though. I don't know why I've been seeing this. I've just been seeing a lot of Jalen Hurts slander. I don't like it.
It's because of the tush push. It's 1,000% because of the tush push.
If you could do it, do it. He's doing it. Try with your team. I'm sorry that you guys can't get the ball at the end zone.
But that's the thing. We've talked about this a couple weeks ago. Just because they can do it at such a high efficiency doesn't mean it's unstoppable. There's been times where they haven't converted on it.
Did you see the tush push to win the game? I didn't. I watched him. How many yards did he run? Like 30?
5 total touchdowns? Like, come on. I understand if you're an anti-tush push person. I don't totally understand it, but like I can see that side of the argument. But like
I've been seeing it from a lot of Dolphins fans because I think
of course you have. Of course you have.
Because I think, but that was like the craziest part about that game is because they really hate the Bills, but they also hate Jalen Hurts. And it was like a lot of back and forth and they didn't know what to do. And I was just reading it and I was like, are you guys like actually saying these things and meaning it? It was crazy.
Dolphins fans are
some of the craziest I've seen. Now, I respect the loyalty. You know, I love loyalty for your team, but sometimes it goes a little too far. And that one was doing a bit too much.
I just, like, I watched that game. I watched Jalen Hurts play. Like, the first couple drives for them were like
rough.
Man, I don't know if they're going to be able to like get this going because it was pouring rain on top of it. The Bills defense for the first time in, I don't know, 3 games maybe, like actually looked
until it got really to the final minute of the game.
And then like they figured it out. Yeah. And Jalen Hurts did what Jalen Hurts does. DeAndre Swift had a great game and it was just like they couldn't stop them from coming back. But like I don't understand. Like, sorry, Jalen Hurts is doing something that works for them at like a high clip. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Listen, if your quarterback could convert and score as many touchdowns on the tush push as Jalen Hurts has, you wouldn't be complaining.
I would love it.
I would love it. Patriots can't throw the ball. Just push his ass across the line 24/7. See how that works. But that also brings me into this next conversation about the Buffalo Bills.
They can't win a game. They can't close out a game. They can't win a game. We've seen it time and time again. They can't do it.
Not only can they not do it, but like we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of the season where
they have to do it if they want to make it
have
anything.
To do it. They're 6-6 right now.
They should have won that game against Philly. Like realistically, they should have won that game.
They should have.
Gabe Davis was open. Turn around. Look for the ball.
They should have.
They should have, but they don't. It's like the same thing every time. The same story. Put 12 men on the field. Can't catch the ball. Can't stop someone on defense.
No.
And it's not. I don't know. I have a Stephon Diggs take too. I don't know if that's. I don't know if people are going to agree. I think Stephon Diggs is awesome. I think he's great. If they didn't have him on the team, I don't think it would matter. I don't think he's doing that much to make them that much better right now.
Interesting.
I think you could just get a second round receiver. I think you could do the same what their offense has been doing all year.
I just don't. I can't see how like this isn't working for them. Because their offense is pretty good. Josh Allen, I think he's a crazy person for how often he runs and like how
he is.
The way he throws his body around, but like it works for them right now. I don't think that's, the recipe for success long term because he's going to be
right. But do they have any other option out there?
But like, I don't know, James Cook was running well.
He was, but he also did they just fumbled and dribbled into his own arms before. So
yeah, he has. I don't know, Dalton Kincaid. Like, what's the tight end has been working for you? I know Dawson Knox is out, but like, I don't know. Kincaid's been playing pretty well for a rookie. Like, he's in the conversation for offensive rookie of the year and stuff like that. I just don't know. But they're 6-6, and the rest of the schedule
hard. Cowboys, Chiefs,
3 more wins maybe if they're lucky.
That's not going to get you there. I don't think it's going to get you there.
You have the Patriots game in there, so like that's a given. All right, so 7-6. What else? Chargers.
They could beat the Chiefs, but like I don't know.
I mean, they could the Chiefs' offense is suspect as hell because that receiving core is not good. I mean, we talked about it with Bladen our last show. But they're still finding ways to win.
Yeah.
and they still have Travis Kelce, and their defense is actually pretty good. Going into the season, we were concerned about
they
the
were like,
Chiefs'
oh,
defense.
they have the worst defense in the league. No, they've been one of the better. So
very good. So what is going on, Buffalo? I think regardless whether they make the playoffs or not, McDermott's gone.
Well, that was what I asked you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Who from the Bill? Well, who stays with the Bills longer, McDermott or Diggs?
McDermott. This is my opinion, and like, yes, take it with a grain of salt because I am a massive hater, division rivalries and whatnot. I think McDermott should have been fired after last year.
I don't think he's very good. I don't think that he's very good. I think he's Brian Day soft.
He does cry quite a bit. I don't know, but we talked about the window closing after the end of last season where they made the playoffs and fell short of their expectations. And here we are again, where the way things are going at this very moment, it's not the conversation that we're having is not, can the Bills win the Super Bowl? It's, can the Bills even make the playoffs?
You know what's going to happen with Josh Allen? Because it's this Lake Erie curse. There is a Lake Erie curse. I'm telling you, it exists between the Lions, the Browns, and the Bills. If you are on this body of water, your team's going to suck. No matter what you do or how good you look, it's going to end bad. What's going to happen is Josh Allen is going to pull a Matthew Stafford and leave the Bills and go to a team and be way better. That's going to happen.
He's going to go to a team with a dome. An indoor.
And then just be
and
so
we're
good.
Finally going to get it. We've been campaigning for it for 2 seasons now.
God.
Dome for Josh Allen, and we're finally going to get it.
And it's not going to be in Buffalo, and then and I'm going to feel bad for them. But like, man, I really do. I think this body of water has a curse, hex on it. No one's allowed to be good. No one's allowed to win. Look at the Lions. They just lost on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Browns, they've never stood a chance ever.
I mean, the Browns. Are the Steelers on Lake Erie? Like, does that count?
No, they're
more down. Inland. Okay.
They're like 2 hours south.
Oh.
Yeah. Right. They're not even near. So they got all the luck in the world.
Yeah, they sure do. I don't understand how they're 7-4 right now.
Mm-hmm. And their schedule is relatively easy for the rest of the year.
They play the Patriots next Thursday. I hope that game gets
They barely score a touchdown a game, but they win. Did you see the fumble? Did you see Jalen Warren fumble and Deontay Johnson just standing there like
stand there? Yeah.
It's like, not my problem. You did it, not me. He's gonna leave there and he's gonna be good somewhere else. So
I'm just, more than anything, I know we talk about like every year, like, oh, I can't wait for football to be back. Like, I'm so excited for the season. The off season's been so long, whatever. I can't wait for free agency because
I feel like there's going to be a lot of drama.
There is going to be a lot of movement. There is going to be a ton. My favorite team has a crap ton of money to work with. Hopefully a top 3 draft pick. Like, I'm excited for the offseason, and I feel like the absolute worst human ever for saying that, but it's true. Like, I don't want to watch this. Like I said, I watched a Monday night game last night. I was so bored. They didn't
score a touchdown until the final minute of the game.
To the point where I almost fell asleep. Like, not good. And it's just, I don't know. Who else do we need to discuss?
I mean, we talked about the Lions. We talked about, the Lions, I don't know. I don't want to say that was unexpected for them. So I feel like they're good, but I don't think that they are a Super Bowl level team.
They're good, but like deep down,
Jared Goff forgot to play football.
Deep down,
forgot.
They're still the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, it's a Lake Erie curse. I'm telling you, it's really something.
They may be like nice and pretty and flashy right now, but like you're never gonna forget your true identity, and sometimes it comes out, and that's what happened on Thanksgiving. But I will give credit to the Packers, and specifically Jordan Love played really well. Really, really well. And
he didn't get a turkey. They didn't have any turkey there for them. And that was kind of, that was a little messed up there.
Didn't he ask? Like, where?
Yeah, he's like, where's it at? And they're like, we don't do that here. I'm like, what do you mean you don't do that here? Yes, you do. You guys have done it every single year. Just because the Packers won, You guys don't want to do it now?
I thought,
No
yeah,
turkey.
I thought,
Jack Harlow embarrassing setup.
oh my God.
Like, I don't know. That was just so bad.
What is the thing with Jack Harlow? I don't get it. I
like Jack Harlow, but I just I wish they would have
don't.
done more for him. They just plopped him out there and said, good luck.
It was like a middle school winter recital set.
Yes, it was. That was the budget. And then you had Dolly later in the night.
Good Dolly, Miss Dolly. Good for her. 77 years old. I pray to every higher being that could ever possibly exist that at 77 years old, I can trot my little butt out there in a Dallas Cowboys costume and do that. Because and it was great. Like, her little halftime show was great. Jack Harlow, though, like, some of the songs I like. They're catchy. Whatever. I don't see it. I don't get it. And I definitely don't get it for like a halftime show of a game that the entire country is watching. Like, there had to have been like at least 10 people above him on the list that maybe said no. There's no way that was like the first.
Well, he's popular for the younger crowd. I just would have expected them to do something a little better for him. It was weird. It was so weird. Anyways, last football thing before we bring Kent on. This is for Caroline. We'll make sure we talk about the Atlanta Falcons, who are first place in the NFC South. Sorry, Baker Mayfield, not you. Sorry,
no,
Derek Carr, not you either. Won't even talk about the other team because we already did that.
We sure did. Going into the year, we knew that this division was going to be
a little messy.
Garbage. Let's just call it what it is. It's garbage. When they on the Monday Night Football broadcast last night, they posted division leaders and like their standings and stuff, and it was 8-3, 8-3, 8-3, and then 5-6. And it's just like,
someone has to win, you know?
Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it.
It's like me with the Guardians. All bad teams, but hey, if they win, I'm not complaining.
Who cares? A division title is still a division title. You still get the hats and the t-shirts for it, whether you're whatever and or sub 500, you still get it. I love what they did for like the whole showmanship of it and everything. Ludacris just flying in from the sky.
That was awesome.
Where the hell did he come from? And then uniforms, helmet uniform combo, A1.
Awesome.
Just absolutely fantastic.
And we had Bijan Robinson scoring touchdowns.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when I saw like the notification and the tweet and everything. He actually found the end zone. Unbelievable. I am a little surprised by the Saints though. And this comment is perfect. Saints are definitely a huge letdown.
I didn't think that they were going to be outstanding.
No, but I thought that they were going to be better than this.
I thought they would win some games, but they're not doing that. It's really bad. Derek Carr looks worse now than he ever did. And
again, going back to my list of takes from the spring that aged poorly, I knew this was going to happen. But I've always been I'm a generational Derek Carr hater, always have been. And this year I said maybe a change of scenery will do him good. Maybe he just needed to get out of Vegas and we'll see. Because in Vegas, there were flashes where he was like, oh, Derek Carr. And then you're like, oh, Derek Carr. What we're getting right now is just a whole lot of, oh, Derek Carr. So that's on me. Sorry, everybody. I thought that this was going to be better.
Like that Jesse Bates pick 6. Worst thing I've ever saw.
Oof.
Yeah. Wait, actually, I do have one more. Kent, I'm sorry we're taking forever to bring you on. If you want to just come up and talk one more football topic with us, sure. I really want to talk about the Jets. Anyways, Kent, thanks for joining us.
Hey, what's up, guys?
We'll do a real quick Jets thing because I just want to talk about it. Before the halftime of the Jets and the Dolphins game was one of the worst Hail Marys I've ever seen in my life, which they're now calling the Hell Mary. I don't even know what to say. It was
beautiful.
Ugly, disgusting, awesome. I was speechless.
That's Jets football.
That's it. If it's going to happen to anybody, it's going to happen to them.
Or the Browns.
really
Like,
is.
it's just interchangeable.
It's just,
I don't know.
it's just perfect.
Are you a Panthers fan?
Yeah.
Oh,
Which it's
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's salt in the wound there. You bringing that up. I don't know if we need to really talk about.
Okay,
the
well,
Panthers right now.
We'll skip them. Skip right on over.
Yeah, tough season there. But maybe a new coach is on the way. So
maybe. We can just, you know what? I wanted to say something about Aaron Rodgers, but like I'm so done giving him airtime on the show, so we can skip it. And we are going to talk college football. That's the whole reason why Kent is here. We've got championship weekend this weekend for all of the conferences. Bowl season is coming up, so we got to get into it.
It's about to get crazy.
Foremost, who's winning in the game that you said this morning and that I've seen everywhere since you say it? It's like all my technology was listening. Who is winning this play-in game between Washington and Oregon? Because that's essentially what it's going to be, right? A play-in for that last spot in the playoff.
Yes, it is basically a play-in. It's going to be insane. The game's Friday night. Oregon is like a 9.5, 10-point favorite, but so this is a rematch. They played earlier this year. I want to say it was like early October. Washington, or like College Game Day was there. It was the whole big like hoopla around it. And Washington won on like a game-winning touchdown from Michael Penix. So they ended up winning. I think they won by 3.
Yeah.
But since then, Oregon has really like kind of taken off. Bo Nix is like the leader for the Heisman Trophy right now. I think Oregon's going to win, but this game is going to be awesome, and there's no telling what could happen.
Wasn't it high scoring, the last one?
Oh, yeah.
Am I
And
lying?
this one will be as well.
Where's the game at?
I actually don't know. It's a neutral field.
It's really like Washington's field.
Yeah, it's really cool. Little marina behind it and everything.
Yeah, let me see real quick where this game is.
And isn't the quarterback for Washington, isn't he like super old? I feel like I'm just making shit up.
Well, yeah. And Bo Nix is old too. They're both like 24 years old, like 6th-year seniors. So Penix, the Washington quarterback, was at he's at Indiana for 4 years and transferred to Washington. Bo Nix was at Auburn, transferred to Oregon. So it's like super senior versus super senior.
Oh, somebody says it's in Vegas. Oh, yeah. That's where it was last year, too. Right?
Oh, it's in Vegas?
Yeah. Wow.
That'll be good.
Okay. That'll be real cool. I might.
Yeah. So if, like, yeah.
Yeah, the tickets are probably going to be like $1,000.
Probably.
Yeah, like yeah, it would be an expensive ticket there. If Washington wins, though, like they're guaranteed to be in. Obviously, they'll be undefeated and Pac-12 champs. But if Oregon wins, that's when things can start getting crazy, because then we start looking at one-loss conference champions. And based on what happens in the other games, like Oregon is not fully a lock to get in.
Okay.
Even if they win, but you know, I personally think if they get in, like watch out. But the committee, you know, it's all up to the committee, because there's only 4 teams that get in, and there's really 8 teams right now that think they have an argument to get in.
Okay, so that's Pac-12, and if let's just say for S's and G's that Oregon wins, and then it's the whole mess that we have to look at. SEC championship game. Maybe Georgia doesn't win.
That is like
they're gonna win, like, though, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, yes. I
don't know. Georgia. So Georgia has been like ranked either 1 or 2 like all year, it feels like. But they haven't really done it in dominating fashion. I know the SEC is a loaded conference, but Georgia hasn't really like flexed their muscle at all this year. And Georgia versus Alabama, they always play each other well. So this game's going to be crazy. The playoff committee better pray that Georgia wins this game, because like literally all hell breaks loose if Alabama does somehow find a way to win.
And then a lot of people are going to be angry.
Oh, yeah. Like,
I hope that happens then.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of like rooting for the chaos theory, especially it's our last year with a 14 playoff. We might as well just like send it out in like a blaze of glory, have full chaos. And then everybody will be like, okay, we really need a 12-team playoff, which starts next year.
Okay, so let's just say Alabama wins. Because they've only got one loss, right? To Texas?
Yep.
Okay. So then maybe Alabama's in the conversation. And then you look at the Big 12. And then
So
what's happening
perfect.
there?
Yeah, because so the Big 12 is Texas versus Oklahoma State. Texas is a really heavy favorite. It's thought Texas is going to win. Texas has one loss. They'll be a Big 12 champion. They should get in.
But they might not.
Let's just say Alabama wins. But then we've got Alabama, one loss SEC champion, Big 12 champion, Texas, one loss. There's really only going to be one spot for either of those teams. And Texas beat Alabama back in September. So if, like, let's just say, like, hypothetically, let's just say Florida State wins the ACC. They're undefeated. They're in. Michigan, undefeated, wins the Big 10. They're in. There's 2 spots taken. Yeah. Oregon beats Washington. One loss Oregon probably gets in. The 4th spot is going to be between one loss Texas and one loss Alabama. And Texas beat Alabama earlier this year. So the playoff committee
again. Just make them play again. For that last spot.
Yeah. Like, the playoff committee is really going to have to decide between Texas and Alabama, both one-loss conference champions. Texas beat Alabama this year. They're going to have to, like, I mean, I don't know how you could leave out an SEC champion from the playoff, especially with it being Nick Saban and Alabama.
Right.
But, like, they're going to kind of have to. And the backlash they're going to face is going to be ridiculous.
Okay, so that's what I was going to say. If, for whatever reason, it is Alabama to get that last spot, everybody's going to be like, oh my God, the Bama bias, whatever, from the voters and everything. But then if it's not, you got the Bama fans who are going to go scorched earth, as they do.
Scorched earth.
Oof.
Well, maybe they will learn from TCU and be like, well, maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, that was crazy last year. I think this is, like, honestly, these 8 teams, like, even if, like, even crazy stuff were to happen and Ohio State were to sneak in, like, I don't think there's going to be any more blowouts this year like there was last year. Like, these teams are all so close together. I think we're really set up for, like, awesome semifinal games when we finally get there, no matter who it is.
Okay, if you had to predict your final 4 teams, who would you say it's going to be?
Okay. I think Georgia wins. I think they're going to be number 1. Michigan wins. They're going to be number 2. We haven't talked about the ACC, Florida State.
That's what I was going to say. Okay, what if for whatever reason Florida State loses? Now they have one loss and they don't have a quarterback. Like, what the hell happens there?
I think because their loss will be to Louisville, who is a little bit worse than some of these other losses. I think Florida State and the committee knows they don't have a quarterback. I think they're going to be the kind of odd man out who falls and doesn't make the playoff. I really don't think Louisville is that good. I just watched them lose to Kentucky over the weekend. But I think Florida State is going to slip up and lose. Like, that's just the feeling in my gut. The game's here in Charlotte. So, without their quarterback, it's just a whole different ball game.
Yeah,
but
right.
So yeah, back to like what I was saying earlier, because I think Florida State's going to lose. So I think it's going to be Georgia at 1, Michigan at 2. I think it's going to be Oregon at 3. I think they're going to beat Washington. Okay. And then with Georgia beating Alabama, it's an easy choice for Texas at number 4. So Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, Texas.
Okay, and then out of those teams, who do you want to see win?
So it's a tough question. And I think this actually will happen if they get in. I think Oregon's going to win it all.
Oh,
they have
interesting.
Their offense looked so good over the weekend against Oregon State. Bo Nix is like, he basically just has to go like 20 for 30, 250 yards and get a win against Washington this weekend, and he's locked up the Heisman Trophy. Georgia and Michigan, like, they win these games in the trenches. It's not like really that exciting to watch, even though they're dominant. Mm-hmm. But like, I want to see a team like Oregon in the national championship just because I want to see them air it out and hang 50 on somebody. But I really think if Oregon gets in, that's the team to win it.
Interesting. So we're not looking at Georgia to three-peat is what we're saying.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't think, I mean, it's just so hard to three-peat.
Yeah.
But Kirby Smart, like, they have a program over there. So I think it's going to be Oregon, but we'll see.
Interesting. Gabb, who do you think is going to win it all?
Okay, well, I want Michigan to win for the drama.
Okay.
Because I just feel like I'm in an area where I will see all of it. I will see the worst of the worst, and I will see every single thing about it. And I think it will make a good 30 for 30 documentary down the road.
God,
So.
it would be awesome, wouldn't it?
The coach was crying 2 weeks ago. Harbaugh's in the hotel watching the games. Ohio State fans are crying. Their players are beefing. Like, it's just such good drama. It's like a Lifetime movie happening in front of us.
Yeah, this Connor Stallions guy who was like the spy kid,
psycho.
who was the psychopath spy kid with the 500-page book on how to make Michigan football great.
Unbelievable.
He's just been like hiding in a bunker. I think if they win it all, we've got to get a camera.
He probably loves it. He probably loves all of it. He's like, I built this from the ground up. I did this, and they're winning. And Ryan Day.
Somebody's got a petition for like a statue to be built or something for this kid, because
he'll I mean, it is he eats, sleeps, and breathes Michigan football.
Clearly, with a manifesto and everything.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that would be like the best winner just because of the drama.
Yeah. That's true. Like, the content from it would be.
And then Harbaugh leaves and goes to the NFL again. And then he'll be the coach of the Panthers.
Yeah, I wish. Do you guys think Harbaugh would actually jump to the NFL?
If he won a national championship, I think he might.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, I think
he might get kicked out of there too.
I know.
Of where? Kicked out
Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah, he might get.
Well, if they don't, if they don't win it all, yeah.
Yeah, the water is certainly getting murky there with like all this investigation. Like, I could kind of see it happening, but I could almost see him being, I don't know, you just know the kind of guy he is. Like, I could almost just see him wanting to like stick it to the rest of the conference and stick it to the NCAA and be like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm coming back and we're going to keep dominating.
I kind of would like for him to come back to the NFL just for the fun of it, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get another Harbaugh Bowl or something.
Bengals fired their coach. He goes to Cincinnati, and then they have the brothers coaching against each other.
There we go. See?
Yeah, so if he's going to leave, we need like a good storyline, though, if he's going to leave. I can't
Don't we already have it?
Well, you just said it, yeah.
No, I mean like the cheating and everything. Like, that's just enough. They're like, well, you gotta go.
Yeah. I meant like for like an NFL storyline, but I mean it's been a wild year for him.
Okay, talking about Ohio State a little more, we talked about this earlier. Do you think that Ryan Day should be the coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes moving forward?
Yes, and it's ridiculous that people are saying
no, he's got to go.
No, listen.
Yes, get him out of there.
Listen, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I think Harbaugh was like 0-3, 0-4 in his first 4 or 5 games in the rivalry. I think it took him like 5 years to finally beat Ohio State.
Yeah, but it's different though. I think it's different because he had all these players that Urban Meyer said, here you go, we're going to put you in. You can't mess it up. I developed everything here. We're winning. We're doing this. You literally can't mess it up.
And he was a field goal away from winning the national championship last year.
He could have moved him up. He said, let's settle for a 52-yarder. That seems good for this college player.
Yeah, right. I know. Hey, buddy, no pressure. The clock's about to strike midnight.
That was like one of the worst, like really quick, guys, that was one of the worst things that I had to experience because that's when the sports book launched in Ohio.
Yeah.
And it was at midnight, right at midnight. So we are posting all this stuff about, it's live in Ohio. As soon as we post it, field goal goes to the left. They miss. Ohio State fans are pissed off and they're like, why are you guys doing this right now? Ohio State just lost. It was scary.
Oh gosh. Yeah. The last thing they want to do is talk more sports and have download an app about sports.
Yeah, it was either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. And it went really bad.
Really, really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. But no, I think he should stay. I think they should give him another year. It's a tough rivalry. So I think he's done, like he's beat everybody else. I mean, except for Georgia and Michigan, but, I think you give him another year.
Oh,
I don't know.
I just see firsthand how these fans act. And you know how all fans are.
Yeah.
I just
mean-
don't even know if Ryan Day could go out in public in Columbus, Ohio right now.
No.
McCord definitely can't. I'll tell you that.
And if like last year they got lucky and they made it to the playoff, and obviously they played well against Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, as we just talked about, like there are 7 other teams with fair arguments to make the playoffs. So I don't think Ohio State's going to make it.
Yeah.
They're going to end up in like, some random bowl game. The fans probably aren't going to care if they win or lose. So it's like, he's not like his season's over. Like he is already going into the off season with like the fans they have a bitter taste in their mouth about the guy, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. is definitely not coming back. There's no way, right?
No.
Like there's absolutely
he's
no
not
way.
coming back. He's already out. I'm surprised he even finished. I'm surprised he even finished the season.
He's a New England Patriot. Let's just get it out there.
Bree,
Now. It's done.
You better get another quarterback.
Oh hell yeah, they're gonna take Bo Nix in the second round. That's what because Jaden Daniels he's already in the first round now. He's moved up. There's no way he falls to the second round. So
yeah, Bo Nix and Marvin Harrison. That's
I mean, that's an upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something. I don't know. I can't even think about next season. This season's not even over yet. So we've got Gabb, you're saying Michigan to win it all.
Yeah.
Kent, you said Oregon.
Yep. Who do you have?
Just for the fun of it, I'm going to go Georgia. Let's three-peat. I've been a bandwagon fan for the last 10 years. Let's do it.
Okay.
Just for the hell of it. I mean, when's the last time anybody won 3 national championships in a row? I feel like either never or not since, technology has been invented. Something like that.
Yeah, not since I've been
This
here we go.
1930s.
Okay, so almost 100 years.
So fake football. Since fake football.
Leather helmets and all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When they were playing against dentist schools. And stuff, so.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's do it. Who cares? Why not? Worst that can happen is they don't, and I say it felt good because they won the last 2. Whatever. I don't know. We'll see though. But we're gonna play a game, and this is Kent's gonna kind of run the show here, and
so
he's gonna quiz us.
Yeah, I've put together I've brought a game here for the girls. This is called Bowl Game or Not. Basically, I just call out a bowl game, potential real bowl game, or possibly a fake one, and you guys tell me if that's a real bowl game or not.
Okay.
Have you guys? I mean, I hope you guys have not been studying.
We didn't look
promise.
anything up.
Okay.
I took a
We have
nap.
not.
I went for a walk. Didn't look on my phone.
Okay.
No bowl education.
So I've got 8 of them here. If you go 8-0, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna send
Connor
that Michigan
Stallions.
guy. Yeah, that's right. I'm sending Connor Stallions. All right, we're gonna start with the chopped salad bowl.
No way.
Yeah, there's no way that one is a real one.
You're both correct. It is not a real one. I'm keeping score here.
If you would have said
So-
Caesar salad bowl, I would have maybe considered it.
Chopped salad is like a thing, not a brand. Like these are all have to be right? Brands.
Well, maybe I mispronounced it because I wrote down CHOPT. So like the chopped, like the fancy salads you see in like airports and shopping malls. So maybe I'll pronounce the second one a little bit better. The Tony the Tiger Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah, that has to be one.
You're both right again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Y'all are a bunch of cheaters. I know that.
no way.
All right, the Disney Plus Bowl.
No.
No, that seems too new.
You're both correct.
Oh, look at Gabb.
Okay,
Look at
3-0. I'm calling that.
Oh my god.
The Avocados from Mexico Bowl.
Yes. Right? I feel like the answer to that is yes.
If you say yes, I'm going with you because I have no idea.
I think yes. Final answer.
We got it right? No way.
Yeah, you're both right
Yes!
again. All right. The Scooter's Coffee Bowl.
Scooter's Coffee? I've never even heard that in my life. I'm gonna go
Yes,
no.
because it seems too random. Oh shoot, I don't know.
Are you guys finally going to disagree on an answer here?
Gabb,
go
you're saying yes?
I'll go yes. So
Okay,
I'll
I'll side with yes, but I don't
Oh, great.
It
I
is.
got it.
That's a
Yes.
that is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
Frisco.
Oh,
Where's
okay.
this?
Yeah,
What do we do? Who plays in this?
maybe Ohio
Yeah.
State.
It's a big deal.
No, it's one of the early bowl games.
It'll
so
probably
it'll
be
probably
like
be
Kent State and like something else.
Coastal Carolina.
UT,
Yeah.
Santa, whatever. Okay, the Mr. Beast Feastables Bowl.
Yes, that's new. That's something new that he's done this year.
Well, he has the jersey patch for.
He does have a
basketball.
jersey, yeah, for the Hornets.
And the Feastables thing, like that's his new little like candy.
Yeah,
Stuff.
the chocolates.
Are they good? Has anyone tried?
I like Hershey's
I've
better. I think they're
I've
trying to be
never
like
had one.
semi-healthy. Yes,
Ew,
I've had
okay.
them.
Never mind. I'm gonna go no on this one. Not confident, no, but no nonetheless.
I'm gonna go no because he has the jerseys.
I mean, you guys nailed it again. You guys are
Okay.
6-0 against me.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we're just smart, you know.
We're just context clues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The Waffle House Bowl.
No,
Okay. No, because I feel like that
I would love that.
I would have known about that long ago.
You're correct. It's not a real bowl.
They need to make one.
They should.
They
Trevor
do.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
He's the host. That's
Kind
what
of
it's-
related, but like low key unrelated. Waffle House needs to be like a national thing. The
Is
closest
it not?
one. The closest one to me is in freaking Tucson.
Oh,
It's
huh.
like it's mainly like a South thing.
Oh,
So like that whole fantasy football thing, like if the last place person has to spend 24 hours there, like if you are in the Pacific Northwest, you're like, yo, I can't do that. I'm not driving down to Tucson.
I can't do it.
Yeah, you got to find like a Denny's or something. All right, last one. I only brought 8 here. The Wasabi Bowl.
Yes.
no.
Final answers.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with no.
Bree's correct.
Yes.
What?
It's the, and I know why she got it. It's the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. She's probably heard about
Yeah.
it from Boston.
No, I've never in my life.
Yep.
Well, Bree just ran the table 8-0. Gabb
Yeah, I try my best.
7-1. I
It's
mean,
respectable.
nothing to.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wow.
I honestly thought that was going to be a lot harder, but also they're so obscure.
It was hard.
I thought I had put together a pretty nice game here. I thought I had some.
You
some
did. You
friendly
gave us good
competition.
ones, but we were just using some process of elimination, critical thinking skills to figure out that Mr. Beast is the jersey patch.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Beast, Disney Plus, y'all need to get on it. Y'all need to make some bowl games.
Waffle House
Like
Bowl.
you sponsor a ton of other stuff. So
Gronk has the LA Bowl now, is like the Gronk Bowl. It was like, I think it was Jimmy Kimmel before, and now it's
really,
Rob Gronkowski. So
it's like the Rob Gronkowski Bowl. I'm like,
yeah.
wow.
When I first think of those words in a sentence together, I don't think of like a college football game.
I'm thinking of something else.
extracurricular activities for
Yeah.
adults and stuff like that. But
For purchase, yeah.
yeah, you know.
Right.
Oh well. Well, not to brag, but like I want 8-0 in the College Bowl game on my tombstone. So let's just make
And
sure
if
that
Georgia,
Right.
if Georgia wins at all, you'll have 9-0, and this will
there we
be
go.
like your Mona Lisa.
I can die knowing that I did that. It was the pinnacle of my life.
Yeah. What's your fantasy football team doing?
Oh, we're 12-0. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for asking. Also was in my league, we do like a high score, like weekly payout thing, $50 to the highest score of the week. Which also was me this week, 180 points. Shout out to the guys. So
Hanging 180 in fantasy is like not fair at all.
they have the opportunity to do the funniest thing and pull an 07 Patriots, and I'm fully expecting it to happen. So
Yeah.
it's fine. But for right now, we're gonna ride the high. and then see what happens.
Yeah, certainly.
But all right, Kent.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you joining us and having this little chat about college football, and we'll see who was right come New Year's, and we'll have to have you on again and revisit because
maybe we'll have you on. We'll do like are you like a Hornets fan?
Yeah,
we can do that instead of the Panthers.
Yeah, that'll be a little bit slightly better.
A little bit better. Yeah. Okay. Well, before you go, let everyone know where they can find you, what you got going on. Just plug it all. TikTok
Kent Sports. It's like I didn't really think of a funnier name than that. So it's really as simple as it sounds, Kent Sports on TikTok. That's pretty much the best place to find me. And yeah, if you're pulling for the chaos theory this weekend, roll Tide.
Chaos. So that's the name of the game here. That's our biggest thing is just embrace the chaos. So
that's right.
We love it.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. We'll see you.
All right, Kent. Thank you.
See ya.
All right,
Miss Gabb. Wow, we did a good job. I'm really surprised.
We really did. Patriots handshake Bree, elite cheaters.
What?
I don't have notes. I just have my little planner.
That is actually. Here. I'm sorry. That one's actually funny. I'm sorry.
The hell?
It's like, that's mean.
It's like the freaking 50 Cent
I'm sorry
meme.
For laughing.
Like, what's he saying F me for? What did I do?
Man.
Sorry, I guessed right. Sorry, maybe he's talking about fantasy. Sorry, my fantasy team is good. I'm in a 10-team league, by the way. Payouts like $2,000.
Oh my god!
Just so everybody knows.
My stupid. I told you that I had a fantasy team where I drafted Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
I'll be done after this. I drafted Aaron Rodgers, and then my other quarterback was Bryce Young, which was the worst combination ever. And then I needed another quarterback because I'm like, Bryce Young, I just can't do it anymore. I need to try something else. So guess who I tried? Derek Carr. Pathetic.
Oh no.
So pathetic. Yeah, so we won't even go there.
We don't need to talk about that.
No.
It's fine. Anyway, we are done for the week. As usual, we'll be posting our weekly daily fantasy. So if you want to get in on that, go ahead. Usually goes out. We try to post it on like Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So keep an eye out for that.
There.
In-season tournament. Today's the last group stage game. And then next week we really get into the thick of it with the knockouts and whatnot. A lot of drama in the hockey world right now that if you want to go Google,
is that true?
Go ahead. Supposedly not, but like something did happen. And they just won't say what yet. So,
oh man.
So we'll see. And who knows? Maybe you will be starting quarterback for the New England Patriots next week.
Maybe they'll have an open tryout.
That'd be great. I'll see you there. And with that, we are out of here. So we'll see you guys
next Tuesday.